Welcome now in studio, Terrance Bowen, Oklahoma State signee, Blessed Trinity. Terrance, man, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, man. Good to see you. Last night, you guys, a 7-5 game against Walton. I know it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, 9 innings. Tell me about that first experience there, being on the field here in that Blessed Trinity uniform.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, playing with a new group of kids. I mean, they want to get after it. They want to win. You could just tell, like, they like to compete, and it was fun. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
107.9 mile an hour off the bat you delivered last night. One of the hardest hit balls I've ever seen here in my 5 years working. Was that the hardest hit ball you've had in game?
Yes, sir.
Did you know you hit it that hard? Like, what was the reaction?
I knew I hit it pretty good right off the bat, but I ain't look up at the scoreboard until I got the second. I was like, dang, I didn't know I could do that.
Well, just going to be just a start for you. We had you at Super 60 in Chicago. I know that was an interesting experience for everybody involved. You're in front of all those MLB scouts. What were the expectations for that, and then kind of what was it like being in there?
Yeah, going into it, I just wanted to have fun, enjoy it, because not every kid in the world gets to do that. So just wanted to have fun and enjoy myself there, just see what I could do with the greatest kids around. So, yeah, it was fun.
It's interesting for you guys because there's so many people there that you've kind of gone through the circuit with, guys you know. What's that? How different does that make it when you're like, oh, I haven't seen that guy for a while? Instead of it being like a competition, it's like almost like a reunion.
Yeah, baseball is a family. The travel circuits, all the family. So seeing everybody there was just a cool experience.
Got to ask you, and I don't know if his realizations have set in yet, but you think about all the games you've played here at LakePoint Sports. These are the last ones, man. You coming in here this weekend for the Georgia Dugout Club tournament. This is it. So what's that realization like for you to know, like, after all this time, that some of the last times you're going to be stepping on these fields?
It's super cool to just see the improvement I've had at LakePoint. You know, it's setting in that it's kind of like coming to the last games. But yeah, I mean, I'm just enjoying it, having fun with the guys.
Yeah, you obviously were part of the feature games teams for Georgia. You've kind of been there, done that, East Cobb Astros, all that. I mean, you've kind of gone through the whole baseball journey on these fields.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Take me through some of the moments. Like, what do you remember? Like, are there games that stick out? Are there experiences that stick out? What are they?
Future games, for sure. That was one of the greatest experiences of my life. Having all those scouts there, college scouts. It was awesome to play in front of so many kind of important people, I guess you could say. But it was so fun, and it just changed my whole baseball career.
Oklahoma State signee now. I mean, obviously there's still the potential you're going to hear your name called in this summer's MLB draft. How are you kind of weighing that, knowing like, yeah, I could end up in Stillwater, but who knows what happens this summer?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's just going out on the field and having fun. That's my main goal this spring. It's just going out there having fun, and God's gonna handle whatever's gotta happen.
You got a chance to do that on a really special Blessed Trinity team. When you think about the Zagarin twins, Caden Dawson, Wesley Bass, Cade Kiss. Tell me about the guys and kind of becoming part of what they already kind of had established and then elevating all of that.
Yeah, they've welcomed me with open arms from the first day I got to school, and you know, they just want to go out there and compete, have fun, and win. That's the main thing. You just want to have fun and win, compete.
You were at Alexander before. Is it tough to go from a place where you're kind of the, big fish, little pond, I guess, for lack of a better term, to go into a place where you're going to, not everyone knows you, but then you're going into another one where, some of the guys have been there for a while. They've kind of been doing their thing. What's that like?
Yeah, at first it was kind of difficult, I would say, just trying to acclimate to the people around me. But ever since the first day when they all came up to me, say what's up, and we just started that bond there, and it's been great ever since.
You think you look good in green?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, so we got 3 games going on right now. We got Decatur and Walton. You guys saw them last night. Todd Haley on the mound for Walton last night. What did you think of the relief pitching for Walton? I was really impressed with some of the arms that they brought in. Especially they brought in, some guys that kind of gave you guys some different looks, some different timing on the mound. What did you think of the pitching for Walton?
They had a couple pretty decent pitchers, I would say. In the relief, they had some good guys, especially for the high school level. But yeah, they were out there competing, trying to win as well.
I've heard you say that you, even when you're done with playing, you want to stay in the baseball industry. Tell me what it is about this game that you're thinking, regardless of what happens to me, I want to stay involved in baseball.
Yeah, I mean, just to me, the game is just a getaway from everything, just life. Like going out there and just being on the field, it just gives me a sense of peace. Just going out there having fun. I mean, whether that's coaching, scouting, just anything, just being around the game has always brought me like a sense of peace, and just it clears my mind. You could say that.
Well, obviously, the playing days are still a bunch ahead for you, but I know you've also taken 9 years of Spanish now.
Yes, sir.
So you got the opportunity, if you want. I mean, you could do things all over the game with the ability to talk to those players from Latin America and being able to kind of be that bridge for them. Have you thought about that end of it? Like, hey, if I get my Spanish up, this could be an important thing for me down the line?
I have. I mean, we have Coach Contreras. At Blessed Trinity, so he's been helping me with my Spanish as well. It's hard for me to speak it a little bit, but I understand most of it.
Were you aware of what he's accomplished as a player before you met him?
Yes, sir. I talk to his son all the time at school. We just trying to get to know each other some more, and it's just a blessing to have him as a coach.
Yeah, it was almost 20 years ago. He and the White Sox won a World Championship. Yeah. He was an All-Star as well. So, yeah, Joseph Contreras is a really interesting arm. I heard he's into popping into the 90s now.
Yes, sir. You'll see that today. You'll see some from him today.
What's he been like to face in practice?
It's been great, competing out there. Just, that's all it is. We compete against each other. So he's been improving ever since.
This summer we mic'd you up at LakePoint Sports. You rattled off your top 3 rappers on that video. Has the list changed?
Oh yeah. Music always changes.
Yeah, where are we at now?
Top 3?
Yeah.
We'll go Rod Wave, Rod Low, and I think I said Gunna in the summer, but right now I'd probably say Lil Baby.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
No Kendrick even after the Super Bowl?
I'm not such a fan.
No?
No, sir. I mean, I listen to some of his songs, but not really.
That's too mainstream?
Yeah, I mean, not really. He's just not my type.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you got a pregame playlist? I mean, do you have one? I mean, if you do have one, do you have songs that are always part of it, and you're moving stuff in, or is it set, or what's that process for you?
Pregame playlist, it just depends. Like this morning, I was listening to Christian music. I like to listen to Christian like before 12. That's just something I do, keeping my faith strong. But other than that, not really. I kind of like just have fun with the guys, enjoy the moment. Let's say that.
No expletives in your music till after lunch is what you're basically telling us. All right, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
So you guys got a matchup today. Tell me pregame, what's that routine for you? What you're going to get out of here in a few minutes. You're going to go over and get things rolling with your guys. What's that stuff that you always have to do before a game?
I just like to kind of get off my phone, clear my mind of distractions, go in the cage, kind of feel. I like to feel good, so take as many swings as I need to just feel good. Like I go off feel, so then do that. Stretch and just compete. Not too much to my routine.
You're a guy who seems just so even keel, and nothing seems to. I mean, even yesterday when it started getting a little tense, I saw you joking with guys at second base.
Yeah.
How do you kind of stop the game from speeding up the heart rate and taking you out of your approach and what you want to get done on the field?
It's just a game at the end of the day. It's meant to be fun. Like them pressure moments or whatever are meant to be fun. You're supposed to enjoy it, and that's my main goal this year is just to have fun. Whatever happens, happens.
You guys obviously, I mean, there are massive expectations for this group in 4A. They go 29-12 a year ago, 6 starters back. Obviously, you stepping into the fold. Is there a sense with this team like we got to win that championship, or this season isn't what we want it to be? I mean, how do you guys look at that when everyone's kind of? I mean, there's some hype that's surrounding Blessed Trinity this year.
Oh yeah, there definitely is, but we try to stay away from that, focus on ourselves, because the only people that can beat us is ourselves at the end of the day. And, last night that showed. But first game, yeah, everybody got to get the jitters out. But, yeah, we'll be fine.
When's the last time you hit leadoff?
Last high school season.
Did you do it much last high school season?
No, sir. Due to basketball.
Yeah. What's that? I mean, you got to change your mentality a little bit up there, right? I mean, are you hunting fastball in those situations? Like, how do you approach an AB differently as a leadoff hitter?
As leadoff, I just like to see fastball. I'm not changing much to my approach. Just because I'm leadoff, my approach stays the same. See fastball, in the zone and hit it. You know what I'm saying? So anything in the zone, I'm swinging.
Tell me about the bat that's getting passed around at this lineup. Somebody was telling me, Hudson Graham was actually telling me that last year during the feature games, the Zagrin twins had it at senior feature games. Caden Dawson was using it in the field. They had to like run around the fields with this bat.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about this thing.
That's just something they do at Blessed Trinity. You know, they have a bat, special bat to them, and that's what they use. So and it works. So we're gonna keep using it.
You swinging it?
No, sir, I don't.
Do you not want to get in the mix on it, or do you like your own thing, or what's the?
It's a bigger size than what I use.
Okay.
So
but you're like the biggest dude on the team, and it's big. It's too big for you.
It's not too big for me. I like a certain size. Pause.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yes, sir.
So tell me a little bit about Oklahoma State. Obviously, I mean, they're just bringing dudes in there. I mean, Danny Wallace, who was at Super 60 as well, is on his way there. I don't think he's going to wind up in Stillwater, but obviously Ethan Holiday, the #1 player in the nation, part of the signing class, is there as well. Tell me about what the draw was and where you kind of see yourself fitting in when you get there.
It was another Future Games event. That's where they saw me at. So from there, I went on my visit, and I enjoyed it. The coaches, all of them. So it was good. When I see myself going there, if I go there next year, see myself trying to be a day one starter, just going in there and compete and having fun.
Have you thought about from the college side of it? What do you want to major in if you step foot on campus? And you have any thoughts to those yet?
I'll probably keep it simple like everybody else.
Yeah.
Go business route.
There you go.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about influences for you as a player. Who were those guys that you were looking up to as you kind of were a developing guy? I think you get to a certain point where you kind of start to define yourself as a player. But when you're in those younger stages, who were those players where you were kind of starting to figure things out and looking to?
Yeah, on the field, it was definitely when I was younger, Anderson Simmons. I just loved the way he played the game.
Yeah.
And the way he used his glove and his arm. I love the way he played. But hitting-wise, I'd say Acuna. As of recently, I wouldn't say we have the same swing, but our hands kind of start in the same spot.
Yeah, that kind of low set, yeah.
Yes, sir, but yeah, them two, I would say I watch the most.
Anderson Simmons is a good pull, man. A lot of Braves fans that haven't heard that name in a while.
Oh, yeah.
Are you wanting shortstop at the next level? Do you kind of see yourself being able to bounce around, maybe at the corner? Where do you kind of see things?
I see myself sticking as a shortstop, but wherever the team needs me to be, I can play. I can play anywhere on that field.
Certainly bringing a lot last night. I still can't believe you, man. 107-9 off the bat. We were just stunned here because, like I said, we've watched a lot of games here. I don't know that I have seen anybody hit the ball that hard with the metal bat in their hands. But that was that was something else.
Yeah, I saw that fastball down the middle and just went with it.
Jackson Taylor in that Walton game as well. He hit triple digits against you guys. What have been your impressions of Jackson? You've known Jackson. You've seen Jackson, a guy who's on his way to Clemson. What are the impressions of him as a player?
Yeah, that's my guy. You know, we played when we were super young. Nobody really knows that, but we played when we were like 7, I would say. I think it was 7 or 8. But yeah, as a player, he's a great player. His hitting skills are 1 to none, and like he's up there to compete always. And yeah, that's my dog.
So you guys played together. What team was that on back in the day?
I think the first team we played on was the Land Sharks, and then we went to 6-4-3 together. So yeah, it was fun.
Couldn't get him to come to Stillwater with you. He's going to be wind up in Clemson.
Yeah. It's good to see the people that you play with, especially when you're younger, and see them also succeed on the field. It's a good thing to see.
Well, you guys certainly, Blessed Trinity, a lot to be excited about this season, and excited to watch you guys later on today. I know you got another one. See one of your guys actually walking in the background there in the back of that Walton and Decatur game. So, Terrance Bowen, man, thank you so much for stopping by. Best of luck, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.